But farming is just one aspect of our complex rural life. And this summer, Scotland's moorlands became a battleground, as Dougie's been finding out.
Long-standing tensions between landowners and conservationists flared up again when tagged adult birds of prey went missing. The disappearances led to a clash between estates and conservationists. But for some birds of prey, the battle for survival begins much earlier in life. Very few hen harrier chicks make it to maturity. Now, a unique project is hoping to find out why. And it's actually bringing land managers and conservationists together.
And here we are.
Yes, indeed. So yes, the young have already fledged. The nest is completely abandoned.
Hen harriers always build their nests on the ground. This project involves placing hidden cameras at harrier nest sites to find out what threats the nestlings face. Brian Etheridge has worked for RSPB for 30 years.
Why do you think numbers are so low?
Unfortunately, I find in most cases it's the form of land management is the problem, which is mainly driven grouse moors. And so they can breed in a location like this where there's no grouse management at all. They can breed safely and produce decent broods. But if they try and nest on adjacent grouse moors, then for some reason the nest fails, and the nest is often abandoned. And we just don't know what's happening. But this relationship between a nest failing and the form of land management is quite striking.
But many landowners say they do try to provide a safe haven for wildlife.
Try and keep it small, and that, by doing that means you've got a fire break.
Tim Baines is a spokesman for Scottish Land and Estates, the body that represents much of the country's grouse-shooting moorland.
How frustrating is it for you that you always seem to be painted as the bad guys?
I know it is. It is really, really frustrating, and I think that moorland owners get quite angry because they are out there every day. They're the ones taking responsibility for balancing all the different things that they have to do in managing a bit of moorland, and they're producing. One estate has got 81 different bird species, including birds of prey.
And landowners have been increasingly enthusiastic about this hen harrier project.
Last year we had 5 estates, so it was a bit of a slow start, but we now have 13 estates who've done it this year because they can see the sense in it, and they want to have hen harriers, and they want to demonstrate that they're doing that, and they want to find out why the nests fail.
And we might be about to get some answers. It's the end of the breeding season, and the nest cameras are coming down.
Hi Dougie, how are you doing?
Very well, good to see you.
Do you want to come down to my office?
Let's do that.
The camera images end up here with Andy Turner.
Well, this is handy having your office at the bottom of the garden, isn't it?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Andy is the project manager for Scottish Natural Heritage. He's showing me pictures from 2 sites.
Initially there are 5 chicks on the nest, females protecting the young birds, trying to shelter them. The chicks are just underneath her here, but the camera records the temperature, and it's particularly cold at this stage on the 16th of June. The female's looking really bedraggled, trying to shelter the chicks from the wet and the wind. As we move further on, you'll see the temperature really goes up. I'm not quite sure how accurate it is, but it certainly shows that it's in the mid-30s, and that temperature variation, the fluctuation in temperature, it really has a big impact on the chicks. Over the course of this period, we find that only 1 of the original 5 birds survives, purely due to exposure to extreme temperature ranges. At another site down in the south of Scotland, you can see the chicks are on the nest. They're just relaxing there, and over the next couple of shots,
A fox?
Yep.
My goodness, look at that. Look at the reaction of the chicks.
Really, really aggressive, feisty reaction. In comes the fox to try and take its lunch. But you can see it's driven off very aggressively by the remaining birds. Unfortunately, we learn later on that in this case the chick was nipped by the fox and it was found dead out with the nest. And as you can see from this example, the fox attack has resulted in a loss of a harrier, and from that point of view, the involvement of land managers in carrying out fox control is critical for the survival of hen harriers in some areas. So we need to work with land managers more and more across the whole of Scotland to try and increase the hen harrier population. And it's only through projects like this and by getting everyone on board that we can do that.
So, the partnership between landowners and conservation agencies has revealed some of the many challenges facing birds of prey. But this collaboration might also hold the key to their future. And now, from the uplands to the coast.